3 million dogs end up in shelters every year in the United States alone. 3 million. Most of them were given up by people who loved them, people who thought they were doing everything right. The problem was not the dog. It was never the dog. It was 10 quiet mistakes that slowly broke their trust without anyone noticing. Some of these you are doing right now, without knowing it, without meaning to. Stay until number 1, because that one is the mistake nobody ever names, and it might be the one that matters most. Let us start with consistency. This is the foundation of everything. We think of love as affection, hugs, treats, cuddles on the couch. But to a dog, love looks completely different. To a dog, love is clarity. Love is knowing exactly what the rules are so they can finally relax. When you are inconsistent, you do not just confuse your dog. You create an anxiety that follows them through every single day. Think about it this way. Imagine you had a boss at work. On Monday you show up 5 minutes late, and he laughs and says no worries. But on Tuesday you show up 5 minutes late, and he screams at you and threatens to fire you. How would you feel walking into work on Wednesday? You would be terrified. You would not know which version of him you were going to get. Sadly, many of us do exactly this to our dogs every single day. We let them on the couch on Friday night. We push them off Saturday morning when the guests arrive. We laugh when they jump on us in gym clothes. We scold them when they jump on our work clothes. Your dog does not understand work clothes versus gym clothes. They just see a leader they cannot predict. And a leader you cannot predict is not safety. It is fear. Decide on the rules. Stick to them every single day, no matter what. That stability is what tells your dog you are safe here. I have got you. That is real love. And if you think inconsistency is the only way we accidentally hurt them, wait until you hear what happens when we try to show them love the wrong way. The last time you hugged your dog, really held them close, you probably felt an overwhelming wave of love. That is what you felt. Here is what they felt. We are primates. It is in our nature to show affection by wrapping our arms around things. It comforts us. But dogs are not primates. In the canine world, placing a limb over another animal's shoulders is not affection. It is a dominance signal. It is what happens before a confrontation. So when you pull them close and squeeze, they feel trapped. They feel restrained. They feel like they cannot get out. They do not show it loudly. They show it quietly. A head turned away. Ears pressed flat. A mouth that goes completely still. They tolerate it because they trust you. But tolerance is not the same as love. Instead of a tight squeeze, try a long, slow scratch behind the ears. Try sitting beside them and just being there. That is their language. And by learning it, you are saying something they understand immediately. I love you enough to do this your way. But hugging is just one way we accidentally push them away. What happens when you are right there in the room and they still cannot reach you is even harder for them to carry. Ignoring them when you are physically present. Dogs are wired for connection. To them, isolation is not just boring. It is dangerous. It feels like rejection from the pack. Think about your typical evening. You come home, you say a quick hello, you feed them, and then you disappear into your phone for 2 hours. Or you watch something for 4 hours while your dog sits on the rug staring at the side of your face. To your dog, that is the silent treatment. They waited all day for you. You are the best part of their entire existence. And when you are physically there but emotionally somewhere else, they feel invisible, in the only home they have ever known. You do not have to entertain them all evening, but 10 or 15 minutes of real unplugged time every single day changes everything. Put the phone down. Look them in the eye. Let them know they are seen. A dog who feels invisible slowly stops hoping. And what some people do when they are frustrated takes this even further. Think about the last time your dog did something that made you genuinely angry, chewed something valuable, had an accident inside, made a mess at the end of a long day, and you grabbed them and put them in the crate while the anger was still in your hands. Here is what happened to that crate. In that moment, it stopped being their bedroom. It became a place where bad things happen. A crate should be your dog's sanctuary, the place they go when the world gets too loud, the place that always feels safe. But the moment you use it in anger, you take that away from them. Imagine being locked in your bedroom every time you made a mistake at work. You would start to dread walking near that door. You would feel like there was nowhere left to go that was yours. A crate is a tool for comfort, never for discipline. Make it positive. Speak softly when they go in. Give them something good in there. That space needs to always feel like a gift. Because if it stops feeling like a gift, something important breaks between you. Now here is one that comes from a completely good place but still does real damage. Not taking them on walks because you have a backyard. You think the yard gives them freedom. And in some ways it does. But a walk is not just exercise. To a dog, a walk is reading the morning news. Every scent on the pavement is a story. Who passed by, when, and whether they were friendly. A dog stuck in the same backyard every single day is like a person locked in the same room, with no books, no windows, and nothing new. They get bored. A bored dog becomes a depressed dog, and a depressed dog slowly becomes a stranger living in your house. Remember those 3 million dogs from the beginning. Most behavioral problems that lead to surrender start exactly here, with a dog who has nothing new to experience and nowhere new to go. But more than that, a walk is something you do together. You are moving through the world as a team. That is deeply bonding for them. Even 15 minutes where you let them sniff whatever they want is more valuable than an hour of running circles alone in the yard. But there is something almost every dog owner does that they feel guilty about for completely the wrong reason. Think about the last time your dog came and licked your hand while you were busy. What did you do? Did you wipe it off and keep scrolling? Did you pull away without even looking at them? Here is what that moment actually was. That was your dog saying hello. That was your dog saying, I missed you. Licking goes back to puppyhood. As adults, it is how they say, I love you. That is all it is. Nothing complicated. Nothing you need to manage. Just love arriving in the only form available to them. When you pull away without acknowledging it, they do not understand why. They just understand that they tried to reach you, and you moved away. You do not have to love the licking, but try to acknowledge it. Offer your hand for a second. Give them a nod. Let them know their love arrived, because they are always trying to reach you. Every single time. The question is whether you are letting them in. And when we are in public, the way we react when they make a mistake can damage something even deeper than that. Think about the last time your dog embarrassed you in public. Maybe they barked at another dog. Maybe they jumped on a stranger, and you lost your cool in front of everyone. Here is what happened inside your dog's head in that moment. They were already overstimulated. Their brain was already on overload. And then the one person they trust completely became another source of chaos. They stop listening, and you become just another loud noise in a loud world. Public scolding does not teach them anything useful. It shatters their confidence. If they make a mistake in public, remove them from the situation calmly. No anger, no audience. Be their protector, not their prosecutor. Show them that when things go wrong, you are going to guide them out quietly. That is what builds trust. And speaking of trust, there is one thing that builds it faster than almost anything else that most owners almost never do: not giving enough praise. Think about your interactions with your dog today. How many times did you say no, or stop, or get down? Now think about how many times you said good dog. We catch them doing something wrong immediately. But when they get it right, we act like it is just normal. When your dog lies quietly while you eat dinner, that is genuinely excellent behavior. Tell them. When they walk past a squirrel without barking, that is remarkable. Reward it. If the only time you speak to your dog is to correct them, they will start to feel like a failure. They will stop trying because trying never leads anywhere good. Here is something worth remembering. Treats are not just food, they are proof that you noticed. Verbal praise is a paycheck for their soul. Be generous with it. A dog who feels successful is a confident dog who wants to keep trying. We are almost at number 1, and I need you to stay for it, because this one is the quietest mistake, the one nobody ever names, and it might be the one you are making the most. Think about the last time you really needed your dog, the last hard day. Did you reach for them? Now think about the last time they reached for you. What did you do? We reach for them when we are sad. We pet them when we are bored. We pull them close when we need comfort. But when they come to us, when they nudge our hand while we are working, when they lean against our leg in the kitchen, do we stop? Or do we say, not now, and keep going? Imagine a relationship where someone only held you when they needed something from you, but every time you reached for them, they pulled away. You would feel used. Your dog feels this. When they come to you for connection, try to give them 10 seconds. Just 10. Stop what you are doing. Look at them. Touch them. Let them know that their need to connect matters just as much as yours. And when they walk away and want space, let them have it. Do not force affection on a dog who is trying to rest just because you want to hold something soft. A two-way relationship. That is what they deserve. That is what love actually looks like to them. So here is what you do with all of this. You do not beat yourself up. Guilt does not help your dog. Change does. And the beautiful thing about dogs is that they do not hold grudges. They do not keep score. They live in this moment right now, which means you can start fresh today. Change one thing this week, be more consistent, take that extra walk, put the phone down and just sit with them. Your dog does not need a perfect owner. They need a present one. Go to the comments right now and type your dog's name. Just their name. Let us fill this section with every dog who deserves a little more from us starting right now.